too. Y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth do. So what's popping and what's dropping? I just got through watching the video about Zimbabwe, about the guy who's already about to give land to European farmers and stuff like that. I can't even think of this bitch motherfucker name and don't care to really know his name. But the motherfucker that's in office in Zimbabwe, now Zimbabwe, now Rhodesia 2.0. That motherfucker need to be shot. And what really makes me sick more than anything, when is other African nations are gonna come together and get on code, get on a common code? I just get sick of what's popping and what's dropping. Shout out to my boy Zico's Red Phoenix. What's popping and what's dropping over there in the UK. Past the Great Poupon, brother. You know what I'm saying? What's popping? But anyway, I get sick of African nations watching, you know what I'm saying, other African nations having to go through the same fuck shit over and over again. When is we as a people, black people, people who look like me, people who's dark as me, gonna learn that making deals with white supremacy don't work? When we gonna learn? When we gonna come together across the world? You know, I see some progress in Nigeria in terms of, you know, wealth is coming out of there. But, you know, as far as a protection mechanism, you know, they got to do it. They got to, Africa as a whole got to step it up. But Zimbabwe in particular, the motherfucker in office need to be shot. Let's just keep it 1,010. That motherfucker's a coon. He's a puppet leader. He tap dancing already, shucking and jiving with his African booty scratching coon shit. All you motherfuckers in Zimbabwe need to be ashamed of yourself, celebrating a man who dedicated and laid down his life for his entire life for he laid down his entire life to fight white supremacy. And you motherfuckers fell for the bullshit. What a lot of people do not know, and I was talking to a Nigerian brother who was my Uber driver. This Nigerian brother was saying that some of the billionaires up in Nigeria, because a lot of your, you know, the handful of black people that are billionaires are come out of Nigeria. Wealthiest woman in the world come out of Nigeria. The wealthiest black woman in the world, the wealthiest black man in the world come out of Nigeria. And he was trying to get everybody from Nigeria, and even I think Patrice Motesepe, whatever the fuck his goddamn name is, Motesepe. Patrice Motesepe, if I'm saying it right. If I'm saying it wrong, somebody please correct me. But he was trying to get all the wealthiest black men in the world or in Africa to, because believe it or not, just over a year ago, Zimbabwe got control of its land because he ran all the white folks out. This was around May, between January and May. So he had, he had complete control over his resource. However, economic sanctions happened. But before those sanctions actually happened, Mugabe was going to bring jobs into Zimbabwe. You know what I'm saying? By getting those guys together and controlling the diamond industry. This is what people don't tell you. This is what a lot of people left out. They were talking about, right now they're talking about Zimbabwe's in $10 billion worth of debt and shit like that. But him bringing those billionaires together to distribute diamonds and other resources, that was going to actually get them out of debt. He was trying to get some things going, but I don't know what happened. The sanctions were so bad to where people lost patience with that. Because last year, it was some videos about Zimbabwe. The president has control. The current president right now don't realize how much control he has right now in terms of the resources. Because Zimbabwe, all of Southern Africa, your most valuable diamonds. I mean, it's diamonds everywhere in Africa. Let's not get it twisted. It's gold everywhere in Africa. It's jewelry everywhere in Africa. It's silver everywhere in Africa. It's so many resources in Africa. It's fucking ridiculous. But let's just stick with jewelry. Southern Africa have the most valuable. The further you get down in Southern Africa, the more valuable the jewelry are. You start seeing blue diamonds. Yes, there are blue diamonds, red diamonds. It's diamonds of practically every color out there. So yeah, trust. Yeah, the value of resources this guy is sitting on, he's gonna give it back to these white supremacists. This asshole's gonna give it right back to the white supremacists, European conquerors. This tap dancing ass, shucking and jiving ass, African booty scratching ass coon. This is no disrespect to African people. So if you feel offended by me calling this motherfucker a African booty scratcher, you know what I'm saying? Please forgive me in advance. But sometimes a motherfucker need to be called what the fuck they is, and that's a motherfucking Sambo African booty scratching coon. This is not directed toward every African, but this motherfucking African right there needs to be called out, need to be shot, need to be lynched, and his body thrown in the motherfucking Indian Ocean. Because this motherfucker is fucking up. His puppet ass is a bitch. And I'm getting sick of black people all over this world, not just here in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about motherfuckers all over the motherfucking world need to cut this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't get me started on bitch ass. Don't get me started on bitch ass Libya. But I blame some of our people for that, because we need to go down there and start shooting motherfuckers up in Libya. Just put that motherfucking country in the motherfucking Mediterranean Sea. Fuck that. You know, and it's because it's so much fucking tribalism in Africa. We need to get off this fucking tribalism. Even here we got tribalism. We need to get off this bullshit. Oh, you mulatto, you mixed. Oh, you this, you that. Fuck out of here. Dude, you black just like me, dude. Like, it's some Cuban guys that works at my job, and they're clearly African people. I treat those motherfuckers, I'm like, I let my Cuban homeboy know. I'm like, dude, you got any problems at this job with some of these motherfuckers? You holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the guy can fight. He's a former amateur boxer. You know what I'm saying? So I let him know. I'm like, look, bro, you got any problems, bro? Talk to me, man. But I know he can handle himself, but just in case. Because, you know, that's still my Cuban brother. You know, the only difference is he was in Cuba. My parents ended up in Louisiana / Mississippi / or my ancestors ended up in Mississippi / Arkansas / Louisiana. So, you know, it is what it is. But back to what I'm saying about this hoe ass African booty scratcher ass coon up in fucking Zimbabwe. This motherfucker is sitting on the gold mine, and he don't realize it. And he's gonna give it right back to these white supremacists who's gonna fuck these Africans in the ass. These motherfuckers gonna be shitting on roadsides and bushes, you know what I'm saying, like they were doing in Rhodesia. You know, cause from my understanding, in some of these third world countries, some of these people don't even have toiletries. In some of these third world countries, don't even know what a tissue look like. They have to use newspaper to wipe their asses, you know. And I'm not bullshitting. I've had people from Cuba tell me this. I've had people from Ethiopia tell me this. I've had people from a lot of third world countries. They have to use newspaper to wipe their asses. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times these people are going through some fucking shit in these third world countries. Appreciate you, brother. I respect you, brother. You know, so I spit hot fire, bro. So, you know, but it is what it is. this Negro who's in power for Zimbabwe need to cut the bullshit. He need to finish what Mugabe was doing by getting some of those African billionaires. You know what I'm saying? He needs to holler at some of those African billionaires and get that economy right, because that's the intention. That was the intention of Mugabe. Mugabe was trying to get all these motherfuckers together to rebuild that economy, and the economy was going to get back in place. But before that happened, the European power economically sanctioned them and starved them out to the point to where they couldn't thrive on shit. You know, and there's videos around, because I can't think of the YouTube page that I have, but I know they have a news outlet out there, and they was working on building some shit. They was working on some shit out there, but for whatever reason, you know, I think the sanctions got so bad they couldn't do shit. And when you're economically sanctioned, it's hard to make trades. It's hard to bring other people in to the point to where your fucking shit, your country can build where it needs to build. You know what I'm saying? So it pisses me off to see this dude already ready to give his land back to white supremacists. You know, white invaders who mean the country no good. I can understand if these motherfuckers coming in and doing something and helping us out, but none of these motherfuckers, from the time they invaded Africa in the 1400s to the motherfucking time to right now, they ain't done shit for Africa, but put sanctions on them to the point to where they can starve themselves. They're in a motherfucking budget deficit right now because of these motherfuckers. And these motherfuckers gotta get it together. The Zimbabwean people need to wake the fuck up and be like, look, we can farm. We can do some shit with this stuff, man. Don't give this shit back to these motherfucking Rhodesians. Because that's what the fuck they is. It was already, like the video you showed me, Zeke, it was already a white dude talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust the motherfuckers either. I'm going to just be 100% honest with you. I don't trust those motherfuckers either. Because you got Asians, Chinese people over there going to places in Africa, marrying African people so they can get control over resources. So everybody is after us. From the Arabs, the non-African Arabs, and even some of them bitch-ass Libyans, but we've already discussed them bitches, but some of the non-African Arabs to the Chinese. So I don't think it would have been much better. You're just replacing one oppressor for the other. So, you know what I'm saying? So, this motherfucker right near here needs to be dealt with. That motherfucker needs to be removed out of office. We were so quick to remove a legend out of office. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what to do. You know, they don't know what to do. So, I hope something can happen before shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? Before he officially gives these motherfuckers back. Because I don't know if he's doing it as we speak. But somebody needs to wake up over there. And for Mugabe to lose what he been fighting for 94 years is ridiculous. So once again, this your boy live and direct in full effect out the 832. And you know, shout out to my boy Zeke up in Great Britain. So again, most definitely, they wanted Mugabe out. They wanted the power and the influence. So it is what it is. So once again, this your boy live and direct in full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how I do.